Hello, welcome to another edition of my tunnel view. Today is a special edition in that Nigeria is celebrating its 59th independence anniversary, and I would like to seize this opportunity to shout out to every Nigerian out there. As you can see, my cap here says Niger. There is something called the Niger spirit. The Niger spirit is one that allows the individual to be a tenacious person, you're a dogged person, someone that survives every form of adversity, someone that is a go-getter. We're champions in all our realms of existence. And so this is a word to every Nigerian out there in Nigeria or in the diaspora. Keep influencing your space, and we look forward to hearing your story at some point in time in the future. So moving on to the topic for today, I will be talking about a conference that is about to hold in Abuja. That is the third International Tunneling and Underground Space Conference. And the theme for this conference is developing resilient cities of the future through the integration of tunneling and underground space use. But before I go into this, talking about the expectations of this event, I would like to just give a quick brief or just go back a little bit about the history of the Nigerian Tunneling Association. It's interesting to know that we have been in existence for 3 years. It actually feels like it was yesterday, and so it's been a very interesting journey. I remember the first conference we had, which was team developing the tunneling and underground space industry in Nigeria. We had very interesting discussions, and that led us to the next conference, which was the socio-economic benefits of the integration of tunneling and underground space use. We had quite a number of representation from key federal government establishments, and we've even taken that relationship a step further this time around, and we will be hosting in the next conference, which is going to be holding between the 16th and the 17th of October at the Yaradua Conference Center in Abuja. We'll be hosting both international delegations from the International Tunneling and Underground Space Association, led by the president of the association, Professor Jenny Young, as well as Professor Arnold Dix, who is the vice president of the International Tunneling and Underground Space Association. We're also going to be having presentations from facilitators from the International Bodies Committee on Education and Training, and we'll be talking about the different processes of tunneling and underground space construction, as well as the specific requirements for project management, and the different contractual challenges that can be faced within the operational process of developing tunneling and underground space use. I am absolutely looking forward to it. Now, the big questions that have been asked is what are the main objectives of the Nigerian Tunneling Association? So at the inception of the association, we set out what you call a 10-year strategic plan, and that 10-year strategic plan is hinged on 3 pillars, and these pillars are: one, the pillar of awareness creation. It is important to know that when there's a lack of awareness, decisions that will be taken will be misfit. And so we've been doing quite a lot in the place of creating the required awareness for the benefits of tunneling and underground space use. And then the second pillar is education. We all know how important education is, and there is a big gap in terms of the information that is distributed within the different curriculums in the universities. Even though we're not an educational institution, but because we are individuals and we are professionals and experts in our field, we leverage on the resources we have internationally to bring information that is required to the academia, so that we'll be a lot more knowledgeable about this subject matter called tunneling underground space use. And then we look at the capacity development, which is the third pillar, and so we will be looking at exchange programs where individuals that have attained a certain level of knowledge will be able to have practical experience on how tunneling underground space processes are carried out in terms of the different methodologies, the conventional, the mechanized processes, and looking at the different design requirements as well as all the different material requirements and machine requirements for the different processes, because at the end of the day we want to be able to develop solutions that are bespoke to the different and peculiar challenges we face in our country. And so this this is part of the 10-year strategic plan we have, and the target is that at the end of 10 years, which will be 2028, we would have been able to develop 50% internally of what is required for a medium-sized type project. That is, we would have the local manpower, we'll be able to design it locally, and we'll be able to execute at least 50% of that project. So this is what we're looking at as an organization in terms of our 10-year strategic plan. This is very exciting to me, and I believe that for every single person that wants to see Nigeria as a country move ahead, I know this should be exciting to you. And so if you are in Abuja, join us on the 16th of and 17th of October at the Yaradua Conference Center. Go on the website, which is www.tunnelingnigeria.org, and register for the conference. We're going to be having representatives. We're going to have the Senate President there. We're going to be having dignitaries from the different ministries, the Ministry of Transportation, Water Resources, the Ministry of Power, as well as the Ministry of Transportation. And we're also going to be having people and professionals from the private sector as well. I'm looking forward to having you around, as well as the other executive members of the association. We'll be looking forward to hosting you. And so thank you very much. And before I leave you, I would like to give you a hint about the next Tunnel View topic. Guess what? It's how do you solve the problem called APAPA? For those of you that do not know what APAPA is, go and check. APAPA is the gateway for imports into Nigeria. There's been a lot of challenges, but guess what? There are alternative and various different ways by which you can solve a problem. And I personally believe tunneling underground space use is one of the key solutions to the problem of APAPA. See you next time on my Tunnel View. But before then, subscribe, like, and share the post. Have a blessed day.